Hi, welcome to part 2 of my video. To pick up where I left off, I'm going to speak about my background for a little bit more. Now, when I was studying Jim Sloviak, who was teaching us about Jerzy Grotowski, he taught us the importance of fluidity and movement, and he taught us the importance of body and space. The movement I understand is through a lot of collaborative work, some exercises, even some by Viola Spolin, and the intent for the drama I was taught through Jim Sloviak was for it to be the whole engaged self. So you are very aware of where your voice is coming from at any given moment in time. You know, are you a head, chest voice, belly voice? What are you? You are keeping that. You're using song, you're using ritual, and you're using your whole self to tell the story in drama. It's a very ritualized event when I was taught early on. The foundations of the movement I still use is that there's a clear beginning, middle, and end for a movement, and that the fluidity of that movement comes from those aspects. And the things I continue to use are, you know, how is my body in space? How am I applying my weight? Am I heavy? Am I light? Am I fast? Am I slow? What's my rhythmic pacing? So I still use those very much. I actually ran a workshop when I directed Anne of Green Gables to teach people 12 years old to 18 years old how to use their bodies effectively through space and how to use their bodies effectively to tell story, so that it wasn't just a dialogue-driven piece when I was directing it. My drama background is very straightforward. I got my theater degree, and with my theater degree, I tried to do a real job. I'm not very good at it. I'm much better at working in drama. So from 2012 of October to September of 2015, I worked at Actors Summit. I was a jack of all trades person there. I did props, costumes, concessions, box office. I eventually became basically a resident stage manager for the establishment, and it was based in the Akron community. It only used local actors and local talents for crew, so it was very much a system based in the community of Akron. I left there simply to go get my master's degree in directing theater at University of East London, where that program was also movement based. It was devised theater based, so very much in keeping with what I had been trained with in the first place by Jim Sloviak. The thing that I learned there that I very much liked, because it turns out I was using it in my work already, is the idea of immersion. So it's making sure the audience is immersed in the experience it's having, that it's part of the experience it's having. I learned that under Hyro. So I finished that and actually went back to my community at Western Reserve Playhouse in Bath, Ohio, where I was stage manager resident, and I directed 2 plays there. One was A Match Made in Heaven, and the other was Anne of Green Gables, which both times I used movement as part of the process. So I don't really do straightforward straight plays. I do plays that involve movement and vocalization and such when it's doing the process. That basically sums up my backgrounds in drama and movement. The last question is if I have questions. As I said, I'm learning about the Sesame approach. I like what I'm learning about the Sesame approach. I don't have any specific questions as much as I just have interests of learning more about it. If I had to say I had a question, I simply wasn't able to gather from the information on the website if I'm going to be what's called Band 6 qualified once I have my degree. I understand that's what you need to have to work in England, which is where I prefer to work. If I can't work there, then hopefully it's also a degree that can be applied internationally. But that is it for me in questions. Thank you very much for watching parts 1 and part 2 of the video, and thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this interview process. Bye!